there, it's me, Nancy Drew. You're just in time for my latest mystery. Treasure in the Royal Tower. Choose your difficulty level to start off. If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click the tutorial button first for a few tips on how to play the game. Dear George, so much for my Wisconsin ski vacation. I arrived here at Wickford Castle last night, just before a blizzard swept in. The mountain is completely shut down, and the surrounding roads are closed. I think I'm one of the few guests who made it to the castle at all. The place is huge and old, and slightly creepy under the circumstances. You should hear this wind. What's more, the owner, Christy Lane, my father's friend, is away on business. I tried to ask the caretaker, Dexter Egan, how I could contact her, but he said he didn't know. Doesn't that seem odd? I couldn't help feeling like there was something he wasn't telling me. All this makes me a little nervous, but I'm determined to enjoy myself. After all, this is a vacation, right? I have big plans to explore the castle. That Ezra Wickford, the original owner, must have been quite a character to have built such an extraordinary place. It's filled with strange, dead-end corridors, for one thing. And I noticed one of the towers is totally different from the other ones. Of course, I'll have to save some time to meet Jacques Brunet, the French ski instructor. Tell Bess she'll be the first to know if he's half as gorgeous in person as he looks on his website. So, George, I guess things never quite go according to plan, but at least this time, the culprit is just a snowstorm. Talk to you soon. Love. Now all I need is a mailbox.
Okay. She never said her name. So I'm a little bit sick this morning, so hopefully you'll forgive me. Just got a little bit of that, like, sinus stuff going on. So here's our key card. We'll definitely need that. So here's our locker number and the combination. We have a scary letter opener. Wickford Castle Vacation Resort. In 1920, Ezra Wickford, the inventor of chocolate milk, dreamed of building a castle like no other. The project took 7 years, 132 carpenters, and millions of dollars, but by the time it was done, Wickford Castle had become an architectural marvel. Then in 1945, Wickford mysteriously locked himself away in the castle and allowed the place to fall into a state of decline. After Wickford's death, the castle was closed down for many years, its fate unknown, until it was finally inherited and reopened by his great-niece Christy Lane in 1990. Now it's one of the most popular vacation resorts in the Midwest. What to do while you're here? Lose yourself in the castle. The castle is a maze of corridors, and some of them lead nowhere. No one knows why Ezra included these dead ends in his castle design, but everyone agrees he must have had quite an imagination. Learn the story of the 18th century French tower. During his travels in France, Wickford became so enchanted with the Chateau Rochemont that he bought the castle's grand tower and had it built onto this castle in 1924. Few people have ever seen the inside of the tower because Mr. Wickford kept it sealed off. The tower is still closed, but in the coming months, Christy Lane plans to open it up to guests and offer guided tours. Miss Lane also plans to restore the vintage 1920s elevator to its original condition. Miss Lane is grateful to the Wisconsin Historical Foundation for their support in this project. Visit the library. Also while in France, Wickford acquired the majestic library and many of its contents from the estate of Jean Leboeuf. The room is filled with antique books, both French and English. It's worth a visit just to see Marcel Bonnet's famous portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was imported from the Chateau Rochemont. Outdoor attractions. We're located just at the foot of scenic Butter Ridge. In the winter months, guests enjoy skiing on some of the best green slopes in the Midwest. In the warmer months, guests love the hike to Butter Lovers Lake. The mountain fields are covered with the region's magnificent wildflowers. Look for lady slippers, skunk cabbage, black-eyed Susans, butterfly weed, devil's paintbrush, toad flax, and more. No matter how you spend your time at Wickford Castle, you're bound to have an adventure. Okay, so that's where we are. Obviously. Welcome, viewers. Alright, castle menu. Fried bologna sandwich. Anchovy heaven. Yum, I guess. Call some people. Okay, nobody wants to answer my phone call. Let's talk to Ned. Good old Ned.
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Ned, when your girlfriend calls, you should answer. I know my voice is sounding a little rough, so I may sound more like a boyfriend than a girlfriend.
Hi, you've reached the Fane residence, but no one's home to take your call. Please run 5 laps around the castle and try again later.
Okay then. And of course we've got trusty alarm clock in case we need to sleep. Time down here, just like in the last game.
Sounds like the radiator is broken.
It sounds stinking annoying is what it sounds like. Sassy detective. So here is something about fingerprinting, using fingerprints to determine keypad access codes. So of course they threw this in here because it becomes relevant later on. So of course the oil on our skin, it gets left behind. So if we use the same finger, the oil print gets lighter and lighter as we use it. So if we dust it, we can see that the code is obviously 1735. So. Alright, so let's take a look around. It's so beautiful. So there's a door to the elevator. That's what I was trying to say. I always thought Wickford Castle would be really cool to stay in.
Dead end.
Okay. So we could take that, but I'm not going to. Sound of typing. It's another pretty window. Nothing? Okay. Oh, pretty. Marie Antoinette. Staircase
This
to
one goes
nowhere.
nowhere.
Okay then. So we got a whole bunch of the rooms, you know.
I've hit the wall.
All the dead ends. Does anything go anywhere in this place? So our room is 205, just in case anybody forgets. So we can go down these stairs, but I'm not going to. They're also kind of dark, so. Dark equals scary in the world of Nancy Drew. So. We've got these nice guys. So here's some stuff about the area. Can you handle the view? Okay, we'll talk to him.
Hello, Miss Drew. Did you get squared away upstairs?
All square. I just need a stamp to send this letter, and then I'll be off to explore the castle.
Well, I can take your letter, but the mail's not going anywhere for a while. It's snowing like there's no tomorrow out there. So explore all you want. Take the grand tour. But forget about the library. It's off limits.
The library.
Off limits?
Someone vandalized our historic library. Really turned the place upside down. The owner, Miss Lane, she's gonna be pretty upset.
When could this have happened?
I have no idea. I straightened up in there before check-in yesterday and everything was fine. Now it looks like a bomb went off. Books everywhere and somebody hacked a big hole in one of the walls. I locked the place up and called the police, but who knows when they'll be able to get here.
Dang.
The police? Was anything stolen?
I can't tell, but somebody's definitely after something.
What else has gone wrong?
Well, this Professor Hotchkiss just called me in a terrible flap, saying our room's been robbed. I went up there, but she wouldn't open the door to talk about it. Wouldn't even tell me what was missing. So what's she want me to do about it?
Sounds like you're swamped, Mr. Egan. Is there any way I can help?
Well, Hotchkiss has a pair of ski boots in the basement. The Frenchman's been working on them for her, but he won't deliver them. Says he's a ski instructor, not a bellhop. I hate to ask this, but if you could grab those boots and bring them up to her, it might smooth her feathers. Sure would smooth mine.
Okay.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Get out. My best friend calls me kiddo. I'm not really sure why. I don't mind it, I guess. She's got this cozy little room. Read some books. Marie Antoinette, born in Vienna, Austria on November 2nd, 1755, she was the youngest daughter of Francis I and Maria Theresa, Emperor and Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. In 1770, wow, as a young teenager, she was obliged to wed Louis XVI of France to symbolize an alliance between France and her parents' dynasty, the Habsburgs of Austria. 4 years later, Marie Antoinette became Queen of France when her husband was crowned King Louis XVI. As queen, her lavish lifestyle made her unpopular. While the commoners stood in bread lines praying for food, they cursed the queen who was living so comfortably in her grand palace. The people's discontent grew and grew until a full-scale revolution broke out in 1789. In 1791, it looked like the monarchy would not survive, and Marie sought assistance from other European rulers. It was arranged for the king and queen to escape Paris on the night of June 20th, but the revolutionary forces apprehended the royal couple at Varennes on June 25th and escorted them back to Paris as prisoners. On August 10th, 1792, the monarchy was finally overthrown. Marie Antoinette spent the rest of her life in Parisian prisons. Louis XVI was executed on orders from the National Convention in January 1793, and in August, the Queen was put in solitary confinement in the conciergerie. Marie Antoinette was brought before the Revolutionary Tribunal on October 14, 1793, and guillotined 2 days later. She was executed without proof of the crimes for which she was accused. It is uncertain who actually invented the guillotine, but we do know that it was named after Joseph Guillotine, who recommended its use to the National Assembly in France in 1789 as the most humane and efficient form of capital punishment. A guillotine similar to this one was used to behead thousands, including Marie Antoinette, during the French Revolution. Yuck. Oh, hello.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Did you hear what happened? Someone broke into the library and vandalized it. Dexter locked it up. He's saying the culprit must be one of us in the castle. Can you believe it?
Why would it be one of us?
Apparently, the only guests who made it here before the blizzard set in are you, me, and Professor Hotchkiss. And then there's the on-staff suspects. Dexter, our friendly desk clerk, and Jacques Brunet, ski instructor extraordinaire.
What do you know about Professor Hotchkiss?
Oh my gosh, wait till you hear this. Hotchkiss is this nutty old woman who's always typing and talking to herself in her room. I was walking past her door earlier, and I heard her screaming that her room had been robbed.
Wow. Did she say what was stolen?
Not that I could hear. She just kept wailing, "My theory, my theory." I think she teaches history, or maybe a foreign language. I thought I heard a couple of French words pop out of her mouth. But don't quote me on that either. I only barely passed Spanish in high school.
Do you have a theory about all this?
Hardly. I'm just a humble photojournalist covering weird old mansions in the Midwest, and this place is one of the weirdest. Did you know Ezra Wickford, the original owner, shut himself away in here for like 50 years?
I wonder why he was so antisocial.
Creepy, right? I mean, did we stumble onto the set of As the Castle Turns or what? Well, you probably want to get settled. I wonder what we're gonna do with ourselves while we're all cooped up in this place.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Stay warm.
Okay. So that's Lisa. We got some more rooms down here. More stained glass windows. And we've got the library,
It's locked.
which is off limits, like Dexter said. You see that? You see that? That outline? Okay, so let's keep looking. Okay. So we can go up the stairs back to...
It's too dark. I should take the elevator.
So that goes back up to where we saw in the upstairs hallway near our room. We keep going down. So, I mean, we've got the elevator pole and the circuit breaker.
Hello there, Dead End. My name's Nancy Drew.
I know that this is probably not going to be one of my more popular streams since Little Jackalope just did it from the Her Interactive staff herself, but I'm doing them in alphabetical, chronological order, so this is just the next one for us. We'll take the elevator in a minute. Nothing to look at. Aquaria. The water. So we've got equipment rental. We'll just take that apparently. So the ski office is closed.
Jacques must be gone.
Yeah. Does it say the hours? Oh yeah, 9 to 12 and then 2 to 5. It is 1:30, so we'll just derp around in here until 2. So we've got everybody's lockers. We can apparently break into Jacques' locker if we know the combination. We try to open our locker, 310. And it was 517.
The combination is 517. It's not working.
Well, dang it.
Ugh, it's like the North Pole out there.
Okay, too cold to go outside. It's 1:45. Gotta make it 2 o'clock. Gotta make it 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Come on. Let's leave this open. See if it'll change while we watch it. We gotta get Professor Hotchkiss's dang boots. Did it switch? I didn't pay attention. Nope. Okay. Ah, 2. Okay. What? It's 2 o'clock.
Jacques must be gone.
I don't understand what is happening. Let's ride the elevator up. How nice. Apparently we can get out of the elevator, but I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna ride the elevator up, and I'm gonna ride the elevator back down. And hopefully Jacques will be there. Ha! I like this song and everything, but it's the only one we've heard.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Je m'appelle Jacques Brunet. So, what brings you to beautiful Wisconsin?
Bonjour. Je m'appelle Nancy Drew. I'm here on vacation. What's your excuse?
My excuse?
Well, this is an awfully long way from the French Alps. Did you come to Wisconsin for the cheese?
I am here for Isabelle, mon petit chou. She's an American studying at the university in Madison, and I've asked her to marry me. That is excuse enough to be in Wisconsin, n'est-ce pas? And besides, I am not the first French work of art to end up here.
Work of art? What are you talking about?
I am speaking of the Queen's Tower, of course. It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Didn't you notice it when you drove in?
Yes, I did notice. What an amazing feat it must have been to take that thing apart and put it back together.
The French are talented people, Nancy. We are good at many things, not just making wine and romance, you know. But tell me, how will you spend your time here, Nancy?
Oh, I'm just going to wander around and become an expert on this castle.
I should warn you, Dexter is very protective of this place. He does not take kindly to people snooping around where they should not.
Okay.
Don't worry, Jacques. The last thing I want to do is get myself grounded.
Ciao!
Wait, I need those boots.
Ah, Nancy, comment ça va?
Okay, phew.
Tell me about these boxes you're making.
When I am not skiing, I need some other way to express myself. So voila! I make these hot boxes for keeping secrets safe. I'm sure you have many secrets, Nancy.
You're prying a little too much, bro.
Do you know much about the tower that's closed off? I heard the original owner imported it from France.
It comes from the Chateau Rochemont in a town in France near where I grew up. Marie Antoinette used to visit this tower when she was Queen of France. Until she lost her head in the Revolution, that is.
Dexter told me the combination to my locker, number 310, is 517. I tried it, but the locker won't open.
Dexter must be confused, because I think that is the combination for number 311. Try 311.
Okay.
I need to bring Professor Hotchkiss her boots. Do you have them?
Yes, I fixed her boots. But you should be relaxing by the fire, sipping cocoa, Nancy. Not running errands for Dexter.
I'll talk to you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
Okay, so let's check out the locker now that we know that we should have had locker 311. 5. That noise is slightly annoying. Music finally started to change. What? People's stuff? Oh goodness. 30th November 2000. That doesn't date this game. I don't know what does. Lisa mi amiga. And then there's a whole thing in Spanish. But Lisa said she can't speak Spanish, so... Wait, Helen Carp? Alina Boyd?
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Actually, it's Nancy Drew. But I do have your boots for you.
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you, thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Yeah. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
Welcome. Do you remember the first time I played this game was with you, Bluebirdie?
Yes, hello? Is that Jacques with my boots?
Actually, it's Nancy Drew. But I do have your boots for you.
Oh, good. Boots, fine. Thank you, thank you. Everything is fine. Just leave the boots at the door, please. Yeah. Oh, and it seems I'm out of change. I'll just have to tip you the next time, Mandy.
Okay.
It's Nancy, and I'm happy to leave the boots. But if you're not too busy, Professor, I'd just like to introduce myself properly and ask you a couple of questions.
Questions, yes, yes, and proper introduction sounds lovely, but not now, maybe later.
If you, like, walk away, she's gonna, like, open that door and, like, pull them in. See? Okay, well, we did that for Dexter, so we might as well go tell him.
Can I help you?
I think there's something wrong with my radiator. It hisses, and there's a clanging noise, too. Could you check it out for me?
Sorry about that inconvenience, but you're just gonna have to sit tight for a while. I'm the only one on duty while the owner's away. And around here it seems like even if it ain't broke, it still needs fixing. Last time I checked, there were only 24 hours in a day. Hotchkiss called to report that she got her boots. But now I'm told that the light is out in the back stairwell. Could you check the circuit breaker in the basement and make sure it's working?
Okay.
So, how long have you been working here?
A while.
Okay.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
Well, I mean, he's probably like 60, 65. One of these days I'm gonna be Professor Hotchkiss for Halloween. Do it. You gotta do like the red curly wig, pilot atop your head. Okay, so we have to figure out which of these circuit flips or whatever, circuit switches, is the back stairwell. So we'll try this one first. And we gotta run over there. Click, 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 click.
It's too dark.
Nope.
I should take the elevator.
I love how Nancy talks to herself like that. I mean, I guess in all seriousness, it could be like her thoughts, and since we are Nancy. Okay, we'll try that one. Nope. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Okay. Not that one. This is like so bad. I guess I could technically like mark which one it was and like remember it for the next time, but it's almost kind of fun like pretending to be Nancy and running back and forth and back and forth. Because you know if this was real life, this is what you'd have to do anyway. Na 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 na. The music, though, is so good in this game. All the music is so good in this series. I love that every game has music that's so specific to it, and it matches the theme and the feel and the location. I love that. I think it's incredible. It's one of my favorite things about really any video game. Music is such an important element, I think. Ugh! I'm so sorry that this is so boring and I'm just like running back and forth. It's because I cannot remember which one it actually is. This better be it. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Aha! It worked! We got it. Hey, yo, I fixed it.
I don't want to pester you, Mr. Egan, but the radiator...
Thanks for dealing with the circuit breaker. Okay, we're really making progress here, kid. So, you go up to Hotchkiss's room and see what she wants for dinner. She's not answering her phone.
No problem, boss.
Nancy is so nice. She's like insane nice. Like I like to consider myself a pretty nice person, but I don't know if I would just be like, yeah, I'm on vacation, but I'll totally do your work for you.
Ugh, Virginia Woolf never endured such interruptions.
Whew.
Who is it?
Hi, Professor. I thought you might be getting hungry in there. Could I relay a dinner order for you?
Oh, hard to think of food candy when I'm riding the raging rapids of my theory. Oh, right now, I have plenty of pre-packaged energy globules to keep me going. But tell Baxter that I am developing a powerful craving for couscous. Yes, couscous for dinner would be splendid. I'll have a nice tip for you next time, Fanny.
You know, Graham, that would be really cool. Nancy Drew in like a VR, like a Nancy Drew game for the Oculus or something like that. That would be super cool. But also slightly terrifying because I feel like those things make everything a little more terrifying.
Yes?
The professor says she has a hankering for, couscous.
Couscous? Never heard of it. Tell her to order something off the menu.
Couscous is actually really delicious. I like it.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
My mom buys Parmesan couscous a lot. I really like it. I'm pretty sure it's like Mediterranean or Moroccan or something like that.
Is that my couscous already?
Sorry, Professor, but there's no couscous in the house. You'll need to choose something from the hotel menu.
Well, I don't have a menu. At least not from this hotel. Oh, be a doll and fetch me one, will you, Tata?
I have one.
Did you get the menu?
Sure did. How about opening the door so I can give it to you?
Oh, you're a sneaky one. Just slip it under the door, please. Nice and easy. No funny stuff.
She is so paranoid.
Oh, baby back ribs, yes. Oh, chili cheese dog, fried bologna sandwich. I'm not usually much of a meat eater, but very well. 50 drumsticks, please. Chicken, that is. Cluck, cluck.
50. 50
Sure. 50 drumsticks.
drumsticks.
Whatever makes you happy.
Rock and roll, dear.
It makes you wonder how many people she has in that room. I'm pretty sure she could probably beat a food eating competition if she would ate 50 drumsticks. Oh, hey, Graham, I gave Holland the Wii version of Nancy Drew's White Wolf Bicycle Creek for you to try out.
Can I help you?
The professor has changed her order. Seems she's developed an appetite for chicken drumsticks. 50 of them.
Okay then, drumsticks we got. Oops, but I guess Jock better take that bag of chicken legs out of the freezer. Will you tell him? And then take the rest of the day off, kid. Your radiator's as good as fixed.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Woo! I'm a trooper. Did all the chores. Oh, Lisa's gone. Okay. I mean, what time is it? I don't know. It's 5. Dang it! So does that mean that I missed Jacques? He's probably not even there. Oh, he's good.
Nancy, comment ça va?
Dexter needs you to defrost that big bag of chicken legs.
Oh la la la, what does he think I am? A sous-chef?
A sous-chef!
I'll talk to you later.
À bientôt.
Okay, Graham, see you in a minute. Alright. So we did some chores. Lisa, are you back? Nope.
Did you see I fixed your radiator?
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
You're a trooper.
Let's go look at our fixed radiator. Oh yeah, it's not super annoying. We'll take that oil can, thank you. Can we call our boyfriend yet?
Hi, you've reached Ned at Omega Chi Epsilon. I'm not here to take your call right now, so please try again later. Thanks.
Why does Ned not want to talk to us? I thought he loved us.
Hello?
George, it's Nancy.
Great timing, Nancy. Bess and I were just saying how we wish we were out on the ski slopes with you. Hang on, I'll get her to pick up the other phone. Hey, Bess, our favorite detective's on the phone.
Hey, Nancy. How's the vacation?
I guess you haven't gotten my letter. Not only do I have a blizzard on my hands, but I may have stumbled onto another case, too. The castle library was vandalized, and one of the other guests says her room was robbed.
Boy, oh boy. Have you searched the library for clues yet?
Well, that's the thing. Dexter Egan, the caretaker, says it's locked up and off limits until the police can get here. But who knows when that'll be.
That's funny, Nancy. I didn't know the phrase off limits was even in your vocabulary.
Seriously, though, don't you think that your dad's friend, Christy Lane, would feel better knowing that you're on the case, at least until the police can take over?
She's right, Nancy. I mean, who knows what this Egan guy is all about anyway? Sounds like you're just gonna have to find an alternative entrance to that library.
Here I go again. Just hope I don't have to slide down the chimney.
And what about this robbery? Who got robbed?
I'm not sure. The guest's name is Professor Hotchkiss. I think she's a bit eccentric.
You mean weird?
Nutso?
A few sandwiches short of a picnic?
Okay, you guys. I just mean that I'm not sure how reliable her testimony will be.
Yeah, but she'll probably tell you something important, whether she means to or not.
I met my ski instructor, Jacques Brunet. He sure is French.
Ooh la la, those accents should be illegal.
I hate to break it to you, Bess, but he's engaged.
Now there's a real crime.
Right, Bess. Humanity is devastated.
I met this nice woman, Lisa Ostrom.
What's her deal?
She's a photojournalist doing a story on the castle. She sure got me curious about that tower.
Oh yeah? Does she know where the entrance is?
I don't think so.
Well, keep an eye on her, Nancy. Those photojournalists are born snoopers, you know.
George, are you suggesting that Nancy is a second-class snooper? You're going to give our friend a complex.
Oh, right. Like Nancy doesn't know she's the prime minister of snooping.
That wind is really loud.
I'm trying to meet with Professor Hotchkiss to find out what was stolen from her room, but she won't open her door to discuss it.
That's odd. I wonder what she's so nervous about. I'll bet she's hiding something in her room.
Like what, Bess? The elephant that trampled the library? She's probably just a little freaked. I mean, if her room really was robbed, you'll find a way to make her trust you, Nancy. I'll bet Bess's last slice of pizza on it.
Hey.
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Because I'm so wonderful at this game. Don't need no hints. Maybe we can get her to talk to us, though. What the heck? Something going on in the elevator.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
Oh.
What do you need me for, Professor?
What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. How many days before her 38th birthday was Marie Antoinette executed? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Okay. And I'm also going to cut down the special effect noises because that wind
Dear
is
George, so much
driving
for
me
my
up the wall.
Wisconsin ski vacation.
Okay. Hopefully that'll be better. Okay, so how many days before her 38th birthday was she executed? So I obviously need to find some, like, info. I'm gonna go back to that book we were reading down here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she was born on November 2nd. She was guillotined 2 days later, so October 16th. So, okay, so we've got, if she was on the 16th, so that's 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2. So 17 days if you include, well, if you include the 16th, it's 18 days. I'm gonna try 18 because that's if you include, well, yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 1, 2. Yeah, so it's 18 if you include the day. If you include her birthday and the day of execution. Let's try this out.
Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
18 days.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again.
I'm just gonna try 18.
Yes. Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
18.
Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be
okay,
it.
it's gotta be
It
17.
doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Math
Did you
is
find the information I asked you for?
hard. Math's so hard.
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka!
Okay, phew.
If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
I'm just making a note of that number because every time you play this game, she can ask you a different question. But she just told us that if we want to talk to her like face to face, she'll be in the lobby between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. So I don't know when she sleeps, but okay. You know what? Let's check out some stuff. Oh, I'm gonna start here. You heard things falling. What?
It's stuck.
What? Stuck! Dang it. Okay, we gotta climb up. This is not terrifying at all. Alright, hey Dexter, I think we broke your, elevator. My bad. Oh, he's gone. Let's look around. Ha ha ha! Snooping. I love snooping. It's great. Hey, a key. So to-do list, get grenade plane for refund gas, snow clouds, try to reach Christie, change library alarm code, change bulbs in tower, replace filter. Keep searching. For what? Was that it? Is that literally everything? I think it must be. Okay. The music stops suddenly. Alright, what time is it? Says it's 7:30. Well, we saw a... You know what? I mean, it would be really cool to stay here. I mean, I'm just saying that. Like, I mean, it'd be kind of terrifying if they, like, put you down in one of these rooms. And they were like, hey, I'm gonna put you down in the basement. It's not scary or anything. I mean, I'm sure the rooms are nice. I'm just not sure if they have any windows. Oh, yeah.
It's locked.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I have to reset it. Boom. Elevator reset. So I work in a hotel, and the other day, one of the elevators, the door was like stuck open on the first floor, and it wouldn't like go anywhere, and I had to reset it, and it basically looks just like that. Basically looks just like that. I have to go to work later today. I'm not really looking forward to it, but you know. Let's see. What the flip?
There's something down there.
What the heck? I'm taking this. Classic Nancy crawling through an air duct. Classic Nancy. What was on here? Can we go down this other side? Nope. Okay. Oh dang. Back. Climb.
Okay, I hear you. Darn you, crazy old man. I know you hid that thing around here somewhere. The least you could have done was left me a hint. I don't have time to clean this up.
Alright. I think we're safe. I love libraries. I love libraries in games. I love libraries in real life. I just like books and reading and things. Alright, so this is the busted up library. As you can see, it really was busted up. So, oh, my door closed. Diary of Hans Axel von Fersen. He was a Swedish-French soldier who became a close friend of Marie Antoinette. After Antoinette's execution, he wrote about her every year on the anniversary of his death until his own death. He must have been in love with her. That's what they say. Bring her jewels with her. Huh. I've read other accounts of him, actually. That guy. He must be a real guy. So, an atlas of the United States. Here's info about Wisconsin. Milk is the beverage. Polka is the dance. Oh yeah. So let's get some dust on this here. Let's check out the hole in the wall. Looks like somebody clawed. Hey, it's Marie Antoinette. How ugly she was. I heard she really wasn't that beautiful of a woman. I mean, I don't really know because I never met her, but you know, whatever. True stories behind famous portraits. This actually talks about that portrait. Of the many great portraits painted by Marcel Bonnet during his career, none has fueled more controversy and gossip than this portrait of Marie Antoinette, which was completed only months before the revolution broke out. It all began when King Louis XVI, Marie's husband, commissioned an opulent jeweled tiara for her birthday. Set in the tiara were a ruby, an emerald, a sapphire, and a 52-carat diamond, bigger than any diamond ever before worn by French royalty. Marie was horrified by this tiara's extravagance and refused to wear it. It is even rumored that she referred to it as my crown of ruination, though no one knew what she meant by this. When it came time to have her portrait painted by the master, Bonnet, Marie insisted on posing away from the palace at Versailles in the tower room of the Chateau Rochemont, where she often visited to escape the growing turmoil in Paris. Further, the queen refused to be painted wearing the tiara. King Louis was furious, but Marie would not budge. She chose to ornament herself with a purple rose instead, not just a flower, but a symbol of her willful defiance of her husband's wishes. When the portrait was finished, she gave it to the Rochemonts in appreciation of their loyal friendship. Shortly thereafter, the revolution erupted in full. When Marie Antoinette and her husband were arrested, the queen refused to reveal the whereabouts of the tiara. Even after her execution, neither the tiara nor the magnificent jewels it contained were ever found. To this day, speculation and heated debate continues about what became of the Crown of Ruination. The painting is now in the hands of a private American collector. Sly Rabbit will have 3 openings to its den. Okay. Some sort of puzzle. Okay. Traditional history books have seldom mentioned it, but there's ample evidence that Marie Antoinette's favorite color was purple. This is not an insignificant fact, as some might think, but one that may offer great insight into the character of a queen who I believe has been hastily and unfairly judged, both in her lifetime and up to today. Purple is traditionally considered to be a color of majesty or royalty, but this does not mean that it is merely a color of wealth and power. On a deeper level, purple symbolizes loyalty, dignity, wisdom, and truth. When Marie had her portrait painted by the master Marcel Bonnet, she chose to pose holding a purple rose instead of wearing the extravagant diamond tiara that King Louis XVI had given her. She knew it would be insensitive to wear such a tiara at a time when the French masses were starving and angry. By choosing the rose, Marie acted with wisdom and loyalty to her people. As one of the last acts of her short life, Marie chose to wear purple slippers for her walk to the guillotine. Convicted of crimes for which she never confessed, crimes that were never proven, Marie accepted her death sentence with resignation. However, as she walked to meet her death in her favorite purple slippers, she expressed her unshakable dignity and her silent protest as to the truth of her innocence. Busted plant. Dusty, dusty, dusty. So we got 3-star, 7-2. Cool. So now we can go in using the key because we have the code. Aha! So we've got this thing, and it says -15, 10, -5. So that must be the combination to that little rabbit thing we saw over here. So we've got -15, 10, -5. Okay, so something just opened. This. Okay. Key. The castle's been empty for many years now. These hallways just echo in vain. And oh, how I miss you, my one-time son. My anger's dissolved into pain. I still don't know why you pilfered my wallet. The money could hardly have mattered. That $50 I had given you twice, but instead my poor heart you shattered. If only I could find you, we'd patch it all up, talk through it as dad and son should. Perhaps you meant only to test my love. Perhaps you felt misunderstood. I want you to know that your old man forgives you. Old bygones are bygone with me. So I've left you one keepsake to remember me by. You'll sure be delighted to see. Go out to the garden, my old thinking spot, my refuge in hours of dread. Your luck charm is stashed where no stranger would look, in the back of my old troubled head. So this is goodbye, dear Dexter, farewell. You offered me much needed joy, and I'll never forget all the laughter brought me, my darling young rascally boy. Dexter! Dexter's the son? When he was good, he was very, very good. Castle Boy won state spelling bee. Certificate of service for Dexter Egan. Yeah. Adopting Dexter was the best thing I ever did. Ezra Wickford, Egan's adoptive father. Ezra Wickford adopted Dexter. Best Attendance Award, School Merit, First Vehicle, Certificate of Merit, demonstrating leadership among his peers. That's awesome. But when he was bad, he was horrid. My son the vandal. We're sorry to report your son Dexter was caught on school grounds last night throwing rocks at the gymnasium windows. We have no choice but to expel him. Dear Pop, I'm sorry for taking $50 out of your wallet without asking. I know it was wrong. I know you're very disappointed in me. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'm sorry. Passing phony checks. Dexter will have no recourse to inherit Wickford Castle. You will be unable to claim any association with or capitalize upon your name or reputation. You changed his will. He didn't get any of it. Okay. What time is it? 10:30? Maybe we can finally talk to Ned.
Hello?
Ned, it's me.
Well, you're a sound for sore ears. Bess called me and told me your vacation is rapidly turning into another mystery. So who do you think the vandal is?
I really don't know. It would help if I could at least imagine a motive. But why would anyone want to vandalize a beautiful old library?
There must be more to it than meets the eye. Sounds like you better find a way to get in there and take a look around.
I did.
Apparently, this castle's tower used to be a hangout for Marie Antoinette.
Who's that? Ezra Wickford's wife?
Are you kidding? Marie Antoinette was a famous queen of France.
And she used to hang out in Wisconsin?
No, silly. The tower was originally part of the Chateau Rochemont in France. Ezra Wickford fell in love with the tower and imported it to Wisconsin.
and Marie didn't want to come along.
Well, that would have been pretty tough for her, considering... Ned Nickerson, are you pulling my leg?
What do you mean, Nancy?
You know very well that Marie Antoinette was beheaded in 1793, don't you?
Well, yeah. I guess I read something about that when I studied the French Revolution. But when did Wickford show up?
He didn't discover the tower until the 1920s, over 100 years after Marie's death.
Whew! I think I'm all clear now. Thanks for straightening that out for me, Detective.
You are some pain in the neck, pal.
Good thing I'm so cute.
Oh.
Are you ready for a crazy coincidence?
Only if it's a crazy one.
Ezra Wickford also imported the library, and it seems that he bought it from the family of Jean Leboeuf, the revolutionary commander who captured Marie Antoinette when she was trying to escape from France.
You're kidding. So Wickford imported Marie's tower and her enemy's library?
Exactly.
Doesn't Le Boeuf mean the cow in French?
Actually, I think it just means the beef.
Well, in any case, I bet the guy would be happy to know that his library ended up in the heart of America's Dairyland.
Well?
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
Fair Interactive always likes my tweets about the streams, but they don't, like, retweet them anymore. Maybe they're just like, man, she's streaming too much. Walking around in the middle of the night. What the heck? Tons of sounds. Oh, hang on, my boss just texted me and I need to text her back. Okay. Okay, she's ignoring me. Let's, it's 11:30. Let's go ahead and sleep till 3 a.m. That means you take a quick nap. Hey Gil3, yeah, it was, I'm playing them in order, so the other day I was playing Message in the Haunted Mansion, so. Welcome back! We're gonna go talk to Professor Hotchkiss. Aha!
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, this big old place does feel quiet at this hour. But do you think everyone is really asleep? I mean, if this is the only time you're away from your room, when else could you have been robbed?
You're right on that. This is the only time that someone could break into my room. But why are you so interested in this robbery anyway?
I'm thinking this robbery and the library vandalism might be linked somehow. If you told me what was taken from you, maybe I could put the pieces together.
I'd like to tell you more about the robbery, but I'm afraid it just wouldn't be good for my blood pressure. I'm traumatized, you see, because the stolen item was a keepsake from a dear friend, and it was a cornerstone of my theory. I'm sure you understand.
Hey Sam, if you're still watching and you seriously get a dress that looks like that and do bright green eyeshadow for Halloween, it's going to be the best ever.
Can you tell me anything about this theory of yours?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59. And put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
What do you believe?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Okay.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
Was it ever found?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
See you soon.
Righto!
So that's our last character. We met face to face, Professor Hotchkiss. She's a pretty popular character in the Nancy Drew realm. No spoilers or anything, but she's a pretty popular character. People talk about her a lot. Alright, so it is 4 o'clock. We got 2 hours to check out her room. So there's some chicken drumsticks. Born November 2nd, a Scorpio like me, what a coincidence, no wonder she was so passionate. Austrian birth name Maria Antonia, married off at 15 and she had to change her name, she must have been frightened. Her favorite color was purple like me, I wonder if she adored chicken drumsticks. Despite the elaborate hairstyles that were the fashion of the day, Marie preferred to wear her hair loose, unpowdered, and natural. Note, evidence that she was unpretentious. There is no concrete evidence that she was the one who coldly declared let them eat cake in response to the news that her people were starving. Marie was immature but not cruel. Okay, move her pillow for some reason. You have to keep in mind that Professor Hotchkiss is getting older as the series moves on. Well, maybe not. I mean, if Nancy never ages, maybe nobody else does. But I like to think that the reason that she gets a little more hard to deal with is because she's just getting older and, you know, her mind's going or whatever. I mean, she's brilliant, don't get me wrong, but... Dearest B, marvelous to receive news of your progress. I'm sure you're onto something important with the medallion and the stained glass window, but I think the significance of the medallion must go beyond the message you've seen. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave her niece Helga first, my great-great-great-aunt, the medallion, she told Helga to keep it safe, as it was a part of the great truth that she hoped would someday help to heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain this great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. The truth can seem hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness becomes a thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find out the meaning of this. Keep up the good work, old friend. I know you will be successful. Helga von Hanseldorf. It was apparently its own thing. Yeah, you have a good point. The most brilliant people are generally the worst to deal with, though. Yeah. Whoa, what did I take that out for? Didn't mean to. Let's play this.
Testing. Can anyone hear me? Hotchkiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
What? And the battery died. So let's charge that battery. There's those boots. The boots we got for her. So that's pretty much everything in her room, but we definitely want to come back and watch the second half of that video. But we won't be able to do that until tomorrow. Let's see if she's still down there and we can talk to her about this stuff.
Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot. Did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
I mean, it's cool that, like,
See you soon.
Goodbye.
Professor Hotchkiss trusts Nancy so much, but to be honest, I feel like that's slightly terrifying. I mean, you just met this person, and Nancy could be crazy, and I would never give somebody that I didn't, like, know, or who was traveling with me, a key to my room. I suppose we could go try to figure out what was going on with those weird noises down below us, so I'm going to figure out how I should do this. I'm going to call this to the second floor. And I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to take the stairs down to the first floor. And go in through the library because we have the code now. There's the key. Oh goodness. There we go. 3, 7, 2. Oh, that noise is annoying. Okay. And now I'm going to go through the gate. Get back to the elevator shaft. Maybe since it's higher, the elevator's higher now, we can check out what's going on underneath it. So. Okay. Ah!
It's stuck.
Well, we got some oil. Oil it up. This part of the game terrified me. Like, when I was younger, first time, especially the first time I played it. Like, okay. I am not gonna go through that. How do I get back? No. Dang it! Okay, try again. I gotta do that again because I messed that up. My bad. I shouldn't have gone through that door. And it didn't let me just close it. Wrong way. Oh, she went with that. Okay. Oh, that beeping. Oh! Okay, try this again. Don't go through that door to the right. Okay. So that's kind of terrifying, and I don't. So this is one of those puzzles where it's just like try to find a combo. Got it. Okay. So we're not gonna go up there yet.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
I was just looking for the castle's soda pop machine. What you working on?
I can explain, Nancy, but please don't tell anyone that you found me here. If I get sent back to France, my fiancé will give up on me, and I will have let down my family again.
Oh, I just love Nancy's, just looking for the soda pop machine.
What's your fiancé expecting you to accomplish by breaking into the Queen's Tower?
I am doing this for my country and for my family's name. Isabelle has nothing to do with it, except that I feel I must succeed before I will feel worthy to marry her. The tower holds a valuable French historical document. If I can find it and return it to France, perhaps I can make up for my failure at the Olympics.
What makes you believe this French document still exists in a tower that was imported to Wisconsin 80-some years ago?
The tower first belonged to the Chateau Rochemont in France. When Ezra Wickford bought the tower, my great-grandfather was the master carpenter in charge of dismantling it and preparing it for shipment. One day, when he was working alone, he found a secret compartment in one of the walls.
Then what happened?
Inside, he found an old journal with a royal crest on the cover and a medallion with a strange blue stone in it. But he heard other carpenters coming, so he hid the medallion in his pocket and sealed the journal back in the compartment. Before he could get back to study the journal and return the medallion, the tower was dismantled and shipped to America. He never learned who the journal belonged to or what it said.
I wonder if the dude who does his voice is actually French or if the dude's just doing a French accent, because he's a little inconsistent with how he says journal.
Why didn't your great-grandfather tell anyone about his discovery?
He thought if he told his story, Ezra Wickford might get angry, accuse him of interfering with the project, and try to ruin his name as a carpenter. So he kept quiet.
But he told you this story?
I was his only great-grandson. On his deathbed, he gave me the medallion and told me the whole story. He begged me to come here to Wisconsin to find the journal and return it to France.
You must feel a real sense of responsibility to carry out your great-grandfather's dying wish.
Oh yes, of course. But it's not just for my great-grandfather. It is for France. The journal bore a royal seal. It must have belonged to Marie Antoinette, because she used to visit the tower during the Revolution. So perhaps it contains her confessions. Or perhaps it contains proof of her innocence. Either way, the contents of that journal could change French history forever.
But how do you think the medallion fits in? What's its significance?
I have no idea. I believe whoever hid that journal must have left the medallion with it as a part of their message. But what? Nancy, do you think you could help me? Let me show you this medallion, and maybe you'll be able to tell me what it's for.
I might be willing to help you, but you have to tell Christy everything. I'm sure she'll understand, and then you won't have to sneak around in the middle of the night, haunting the castle with that screeching hacksaw.
Okay, Nancy, I see your point. I will explain everything to Christy Lane as soon as possible. Now will you help me? I think this medallion will interest you, and maybe you'll have some idea what it's for. It's in my locker. Will you go get it while I take care of something? The combination is 2665. I'll meet you in the locker room in a minute.
Well, as long as you promise to tell Christy what's going on.
You are the best, Nancy.
That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell me. Okay, we're gonna look around here first. Scary man sitting in a cell thing. This, bruh. Oh, okay. I'll take that.
It's locked.
I actually think we have the key, but I'm gonna come back. Right in. Let's go up the stairs. What time is it? 6 a.m.? 6:30? 6:45? We haven't seen Lisa since like the beginning of the game. Dexter's not up yet. Oh, you know what? I'm going the wrong way. I'm supposed to be going down to the lockers. Go get the blue medallion. Is that what Jock said? Out of his locker. Clicky clicky. Sometimes I feel like I just go click crazy. Okay, 2, 6, 6, 5. Let's look at this stuff first. Jacques, darling, I'm trying to be patient, but I cannot understand what is taking you so long. My mother and father are traditional people, and they think it's highly unusual that you would ask to marry me without demonstrating your commitment to me in any symbolic way. You know I believe that our love makes us richer than kings and queens, but I cannot live on hot dogs and mac and cheese forever. You said you had a plan. You said it would only take a couple of weeks, but it's been 2 months. I can't wait forever. Please don't make me give up on you. I remain your petit chou, Isabel. Please don't make me give up on you? That's not very nice. Our records indicate your visitor's visa will expire within 1 month. If you remain in the country after that time, you'll be doing so in violation of the law. If your visitor's status has changed or you wish to dispute our records, please contact your local immigration authority immediately. Ooh, diamonds. Talks about diamond cuts and clarities and shapes. So he's obviously doing some shopping. So I think that's everything. Here's the data. And we got smacked in the head.
Ouch. Oh, someone must have knocked me out. Headache headquarters. Nancy here.
Nancy, it's Jacques. What happened? Are you okay?
I don't really know what happened. I opened your locker like you said, and then it was lights out Nancy.
But you do have my medallion, right?
They didn't find it when they picked me up off the floor?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, la, la, you can't be serious.
I'm sorry, Jacques. I know how important that medallion was to you.
This is too much. Oh la la. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. Wait, did it say I had voicemail? Nope.
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press the first message.
Yeah, mister. This is Dexter at the front desk. Can you come down when you're feeling better? I need to talk to you for a minute. Thanks.
To go to the
Okay.
next message,
Oh,
press
another one?
2. To second message.
Nancy, this is your mentor speaking. Things are looking uncommonly out of sorts in here. I just hope I haven't had another intruder. Please remember that passkey I gave you is not for sharing.
To leave the system, please thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, well, we didn't move anything except for the, like, battery. That camera battery. What time is it? It's, 12? 15? Yeah, we must have been seriously knocked out.
Thanks for coming down. I've been wanting to talk to you. How's your head? Did you slip or what?
I'm feeling much better, thanks. But what was it you wanted to talk to me about?
It's just that when I found you out cold in the basement and hauled you back to your room, I noticed all this red dirt on your shoes. I'm just curious where it came from.
Do we tell the truth or do we make up a lie? I'm usually good at telling
Mr.
the truth.
Egan, I confess. I found my way into the corridor that leads to the Queen's Tower. As you probably know, the dirt in that tunnel is very red. I hope you won't consider this trespassing.
Nope. If you must know, I'm impressed. Ezra Wickford set that secret door up so nobody would be able to find it. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with getting into that tower. Ezra told me that if I could get through the secret door, he'd take me up to see the Queen's Tower. Finally, I got into the tunnel, and when I came out with that red dirt all over me, he laughed. He was actually proud of me.
Dexter Egan, I think, is... I mean, we're at game 4, and I think he's the deepest character that we've seen so far in the series. Learning about his history, his childhood, the relationship he had with Ezra Wickford, it like completely changes the way that you view him, the way you view Ezra Wickford, and the way you view the castle, and how important this place is to him. And to me, I just love character development like that. Learning about a character and your first impression gets completely flipped by the time you actually know who they are as a person, and it brings such a level of realism to this game. It's just, to me, it's incredible. It really is. I think Dexter is a wonderful character.
That's an amazing story, Mr. Egan. I'm glad you're not angry. I guess I'm just as curious as you once were.
I'd say you earned the right to check out the tower for yourself, but you gotta get through that gate, right? There's an old skeleton key in the maintenance shed. Now that the storm's passed, you can go out and get it. But be careful. It's still dead cold out there.
Where should I look for the key when I get to the shed?
Don't get lazy on me, Nancy. You don't expect me to tell you everything, do you?
You're right, Mr. Egan. I don't know what came over me.
You're a trooper.
Wait, I'm not done talking to you.
Hey there, Nancy.
I was in the elevator and it got stuck between floors. I had to climb out the top and I just barely made it up to the floor above. Do you think you'll be able to fix it?
Well, I doubt it's broken. I'll check the power switch in the basement. Glad you're okay. But don't go climbing around the elevator shaft anymore. It's dangerous in there.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
What was he like?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Someplace he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
Do you think I could go check it out?
Forget about it. There's nothing out there but dead weeds and crumbling statues.
I don't want to press my luck with you, but I sure would like to see Ezra's private garden. Could you tell me how to find it?
It's nothing but wasteland out there. If you're bent on tromping around in the cold, go left when you get outside, away from the shed. Look for a wrought iron gate. You'll figure out the rest.
Okay.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Goodbye.
Let's see. Is Lisa up? Can we talk to her? There you are.
So what'd you find in the library?
Please, Lisa. You know it's off limits.
Oh, come on, Nancy. You've been on the prowl. I can tell by the sparkle in your eye.
Wow. Is it that obvious? I guess I'll have to work on my poker face.
I knew it! So, what'd you find in there? Dead bodies? Ezra Wickford's icky childhood bug collection?
Just a lot of books and basic library stuff. Nothing major.
Aw, you're no fun.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
You seem bitter.
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
Wow, we have a lot of stuff out. I'm gonna skip the locker thing for
Does
now.
your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
Did you know Professor Hotchkiss published a book on Marie Antoinette?
Yeah, I looked her up on the internet. The critics panned the book. Looks like other historians think she's a real quack.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
It seems you have more than one identity, Lisa. I'm just wondering if you are who you say you are.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Keep me posted.
So, Lisa. Let's see if we can talk to Jacques. What time is it? 1:45? Maybe if we walk really slow, it'll be 2 o'clock by the time we get there. Well, we could go outside if we wanted to, but I'm gonna wait. So we have this. I don't know what it's for. That's the library key. There's this key. I don't know if that... I don't think it's the key to the Queen's Tower. It must be the key to the garden? Maybe. I'm trying actually not to invest in anything too much right now. Let's talk to him.
Nancy, I still cannot believe you lost my medallion. How could you have been so careless?
I wasn't exactly careless, you know, and I didn't lose your medallion either. But I don't have it. Where were you, anyway? Weren't you supposed to meet me?
When I showed up, you were having a catnap on the floor. Ugh, I will be ruined by you American women.
Guess you'd better stay away from me then. Goodbye.
Au revoir, little Miss Nightmare.
Well, okay. Alright, so I'm actually thinking this may be a good place to stop for the day. Thanks everybody for joining, for watching, for commenting. I love playing the games through with you guys. It makes it so much more fun than just playing it alone. So we'll pick this back up next time. I think I'm going to do a stream on either Sunday or Monday. I don't know exactly for sure yet, but as always, I'll be posting here on Twitch. I post on my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Vine. Actually, I've started making Vines. All the same username, VBudkey. I also have started a YouTube channel called Tori Plays. That's the name of the channel. After 3 days, I've been exporting my live streams onto YouTube. So since Twitch automatically purges your broadcasts after 12 days, if you want to check out, you know, my older stuff, my older live streams, you can definitely subscribe to Tori Plays, and feel free to watch them there. They'll be, I'm also putting them into playlists, so if you ever want to marathon them, you can just marathon the playlist. But thanks again, everybody. I hope you have a really great weekend. I'll see you in a few days and we'll finish up this. But let me just go ahead and save this. Today is... I obviously haven't played this game since 2012. But... Alright guys, have a great day. See ya!